webinars. This lesson is about what we will learn and how we will learn it. So we're going to cover in this actual lesson what exactly we are going to achieve on this course, and this is the adult Tajweed course. We'll be looking at how we're going to learn our actual elementary Tajweed, and we're quickly going to have a look at the differences between some Majidi and Uthmani script. What we will achieve then, these are the major goals you will achieve if you complete this course. You will learn to read and recite the Holy Quran. You will learn all the technical terminologies of elementary Tajweed. You will be able to read a color-coded Uthmani Tajweed Quran and understand all the markings and colors. At the end, once we know our Tajweed rules and we can read, we will do a thorough analysis of Suratul Mulk, and I'll explain when we get to that why we've chosen that one, but generally it has all the rules that you will learn during your Tajweed course. You will also understand the differences between the Uthmani script and the Majidi script. So as we're going through learning new things within the Tajweed, i.e. either rules or symbols and markings, we are going to compare these between the Uthmani and Majidi script so that you can recognize the differences. How we will learn then. Our lessons are designed to take you step by step through the course. You must do them in order. So we have tried and tested our method face to face with adults who could not read at all or who recited wrongly without any real understanding. So this whole course effectively we have done face to face with people. Obviously they took time to sit in front of us and go through it, but we got them from either absolutely not reading at all or where the recitation was very wrong, and bringing them back to a reasonable correct level of recitation. You must try not to go on to the next lesson until you have fully understood the previous lesson. This is very important because there's going to be certain things that we will mention in one lesson, and then in the subsequent lessons we'll presume that you know these things. So if you get impatient and start to miss lessons, you're obviously going to struggle in the lessons further on. So even if you think you know a topic according to the lesson title, just go through the lesson very quickly to make sure you haven't missed anything. So the Uthmani and the Majidi script, a lot of Muslims don't realize there's two different scripts. A lot of the Pakistanis and the South Asians or the Asian subcontinent, they use what's called the Majidi script. A lot of people will also know that as the Indo-Pak script. Generally the Arabs and the Turkish use the Uthmani script, and in simple terms the Uthmani script requires you to know your Tajweed rules, whereas the Majidi script has been slightly altered from the Uthmani type of script. And we're not talking about the actual words of the Holy Quran, because we know we can't change that, but some of the markings to help you pronounce it correctly have been changed. And the reason they've done it in the Majidi script is so you don't have to necessarily know all the Tajweed rules. The problem you have though is if you have learned from the Majidi or the Indo-Pak script as it's known, then you normally would not be able to pick up an Uthmani script and be able to read it, because there's lots of symbols and markings that you wouldn't understand, or there could be markings left out that you rely on in the Majidi script. So here's a very simple example of the differences. This is from the Uthmani script. So this is our Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, and this is the same in the Majidi script. So this is your Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now, if we were just to look at this closely, so first you can recognize the shape of the actual letters are slightly different. In the Majidi script they're slightly more rounded, and let's have a look at just this one line. So here you'll see this symbol which in the Uthmani script is called a wasla, and here you'll see in the Majidi script they haven't put it in at all. So if you're not used to seeing this, when you go into the Uthmani script, you will wonder what this is. You could mistake that for some other markings as well. So that's just a simple example. Also note here, we have a single line here, which is known as the short alif. And before that, in the Uthmani script, you've also got this other marking known as fatha, which isn't here at all in the Majidi script. And then the last one is here at the end. You'll see there's no marking above this letter, and here in the Majidi script there is this small marking known as sukun. So just in that one little line that we say most of the time before we eat, drink, we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, and you can see there's already 3 differences just on that one line. Okay, so in conclusion, you should now have an idea of how we will approach learning elementary Tajweed, and you know that the Majidi and the Uthmani scripts can be quite different, and that it is better to learn elementary Tajweed so that you can read either script. So once you've done this course, it doesn't matter which one you will pick up, which script, you will be able to read it, and you will know why you're reading it the way you're reading it.